Just because I don't support this doesn't mean you should blindly follow me in that. Just because I said pretty words on the internet.
Like, bro, and listen. His whole shtick was, this is a little pushback on him. His whole shtick was being about the smart developer that gives people advice and coding and things of that nature, right? I hate when niggas act like they don't have sway over their audience to do something, right? Like him having a stark stance and having such a visceral reaction, because niggas see he was like, fuck no. Him having that sort of reaction to like the Stop Killing Games movement, you think your audience wasn't gonna have that same reaction because your audience reflects you. People be like, no, your audience doesn't reflect you. I'm not a god, bro. You can lead your audience. It's the same argument with Adin Ross. Adin Ross acts like, oh, I can't control my community. Yes, you can, my nigga. You allow shit and you let these niggas run rampant and do whatever they want for the longest, so they think everything's okay. So they're doxing and swatting niggas left and right, bro. Stop it, boy. Boy, slow down, bro. Relax, bro. Stop doing all that bullshit, bro. You are the captain of this ship, and a few bad apples can get out, but as long as you weed out the weird niggas or make sure the weird niggas are punished, everybody else is gonna fall in line because you're the streamer. They're watching for you for a reason, my nigga. Pirate Software, the deserved downfall of Pirate Software. Hey man, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Let's get into this, bro. Hey man, subscribe to the live channel, y'all. We dropping long and short reactions on this bitch. Hey man, if y'all whatever y'all, I just threw up in my mouth. I'm just getting into this.
Where will go down in history as one.
And my face cam is broken, y'all. That's why I don't got no face cam.
One of the most spectacular downfalls the internet has ever seen. His Twitch viewership is a third of what it used.
Damn, nigga.
To be. He's losing tens of thousands of subscribers on YouTube every day.
What the fuck this nigga do? Like, what the? Was he touching kids?
Day, and
I said that with one eyebrow raised because I don't. I gotta describe my emotes of my face, yo.
And worst of all, he's become the lolcow of the internet, with millions of people raking him over the coals for everything he says or does. And at this point, he has no one to blame but himself.
That was a Papa Gut video in the background. I love Papa.
I cannot believe his ego. His ego is so out of control, I feel like he's only a week or two away from exclusively referring to himself in third person, like Stone Cold Steve Austin. And that's the truth, because Pirate Software said so. Something like that. It's crazy.
He could have avoided this entire controversy with just 3 words. I was wrong. But his ego and...
so we got a nigga that's dying on a hill you don't need to die on. I ain't gonna lie, that's my favorite archetype of nigga. Like, bro, but listen, that's most people in this world. It's like my dad. My dad dies on hill he doesn't need to die on. Like, bro, sometimes I do the same thing. I'm like, if I'm gonna fuck around and crash out, but... Damn, what the fuck he do?
Arrogance got in the way of him admitting fault, turning him from a beloved and respected figure to one of the most hated personalities on the internet, all in a matter of days. Hi, I'm the Internet Anarchist. I create weekly YouTube documentaries, and today, we're taking a look at how you've watched multiple of my videos and aren't yet subscribed. Just kidding. We're taking a look at the deserved downfall of Pirate Software, his monumental fall from grace, and how, even after losing everything, is continuing to make the situation worse for himself.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I hope that your initiative gets everything you asked for, but nothing you wanted.
However, to fully grasp why the
luscious hair, bro.
internet is so mad at Pirate Software, we have to understand what made him popular in the first.
Yeah, I'm sitting here copulating and formulating thoughts like, what does this nigga do? He play video games? Like, I didn't know XUC played Overwatch, bro, in the beginning of shit.
Place. Jason Hall, better known as Thor, originally started his career back in 2004 as a game
Did this nigga name himself Thor? Or is that like a pseudonym? Is that the proper word? 2004? Damn, I wasn't even born yet. Wait, I was born. Wait, yeah, I was 1. Never mind.
Developer for Blizzard, the company that made titles like World of Warcraft and Overwatch. After leaving
See? Only one of those games are super lame, and I'm playing Marvel Rivals, and niggas been telling me Overwatch is just like Marvel Rivals, so... Fuck World of Warcraft. World of Warcraft is just a lame ass game that, like, this shit look like it hasn't been updated in millennia. Like,
his job at Blizzard, he worked at Amazon Studio for a while,
Okay,
before
real.
quitting from there as well and becoming a hacker for the US government.
Okay.
So after that, I ended up going to work for the United States Department of Energy because I'm a hacker, offensive security guy, and I hacked power plants for the federal government.
But after a year of doing his job, he resigned from there as well and started working full-time on his indie game RPG named Heartbound in 2017. He also started doing daily live streams under the name of his studio, Pirate Software, showcasing his game development process on Twitch. However, while
This nigga seemed really smart, so what I'm assuming is, okay, this is just a precog. This is just this is like a statement before I get into the rest of the video. He probably, smart niggas getting their own way. They're too smart that they gaslight themselves into thinking that they know more than anybody. Or you can get in this mindset as a smart nigga where you could be like you can go through so many mental gymnastics that you can convince yourself that you're right when you're wrong, even when you're wrong. Because I know a nigga like that too. Not only that, dumb niggas do it too, but like their leaps in logic have no logic to them, you know.
Heartbound saw some success in its early days, even getting played by Jacksepticeye at one point. He was still relatively unknown on the internet.
Damn, that was like Jack had the hair color, bro. I remember that I remember that room. I used to watch Jack crazy. Not like all the time. He's not my top 5, but like I definitely on the YouTube zeitgeist.
But then, in 2022, he made a small decision that would end up changing his life forever. On January 17th, 2022,
Okay, that's a couple days after my birthday.
Thor posted his first short video on YouTube titled Imposter Syndrome. It was a clip from one of his Twitch streams where he gave valuable advice to an inexperienced developer.
I don't wish to fail myself because I'm terrified of actually releasing something to the world I've worked on for over 3 years. Dear God, I am so terrified.
Hey, Thornstar, that feeling never goes away. It never does. I am constantly afraid to release every single piece of content I ever work on in this game. I am constantly afraid to get onto stream and not
See, POV me showing my drawings.
be, whatever it is that people expect me to be. I am constantly afraid that I'm going to create content
You got a smooth voice on them. Okay, Thor.
no one wants to hang out with, that no one wants to look at, no one wants to care about. And that's just how that is.
See, that's not me.
The thing is
My problem, I'm too much of a cocky nigga, bro. A nigga like me, bro, I need to bring myself down to earth. Have some reality. I just don't want to do things I don't want to do.
you can't stop. You shouldn't stop.
Okay.
This ended up being a bigger success than he could have ever imagined,
Okay, Ho.
amassing over 850,000 views to date. More importantly, this short became a fantastic first impression for all these new viewers, who now saw him as someone exceptionally wise and intelligent. After seeing
And
them
the nigga got a sexy voice, bro. I ain't gonna lie. Niggas be voice cheesing like Corpse Husband. Bro, I saw that real picture of that nigga, he's chopped. But shout out to bro.
potential of short-form content, Thor went all in on this new format and started posting shorts almost daily. And it wasn't long before they were picked up by the YouTube algorithm. As a result, Thor became a regular presence on the YouTube homepage for anyone even slightly interested in game development, bringing in millions of new viewers almost overnight. People also loved almost everything about his content, from his behind-the-curtain knowledge of game development.
Yeah. Most publishers want 30 to 70% of your income from your game.
Okay.
30 to 70%. Some of them want 100% upfront until they recoup their costs of marketing your game.
And random tips and tricks.
Take your mouse and you put your mouse inside of MS Paint, and then you hold spacebar, and then you use the arrow keys, you can draw like an Etch-a-Sketch.
To his odd and often amusing opinions.
They mixed Dr. Pepper and beans. They mixed Dr. Pepper and beans. Do they taste like Dr. Pepper? Hell yeah, they do. And they're amazing.
Nah, he's disgusting. That nigga a nasty nigga for that. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He a nasty nigga for that. I want niggas to understand, bro. There's certain combination of things that shouldn't be together, bro. Like,
They are delicious.
As a fan comment under one of his first YouTube streams states, Thor, wow, first I've heard of you was yesterday from the shorts. You were everything I've been looking for in terms of knowledgeable game dev, storyteller, and straight up kind human. Keep it up, badass. The popularity of his content on YouTube also translated into his Twitch viewership skyrocketing past any expectations he might have had. It reached a point where he broke the Twitch hype train record 4 different times, and
Okay,
gained over
damn.
80,000 paid subscribers
Niggas
on
was
the
riding
platform.
for him like
By
that?
2024, Thor's career had reached an all-time high. Millions of fans eagerly consumed everything he released,
Okay.
and the vast majority held him in very high regard.
I ain't gonna lie, 2.2 million is like, that's a year, right? In years time? Shit, that nigga has some extra, man, that shit grow.
As a thankful viewer puts it, this is the most motivating and helpful individual I've found in the game dev space. And that's saying quite a lot, as most devs are so helpful and encouraging. This man makes me feel like my dreams are within my grasp, and that's so rare to find.
See, a nigga like me, I'll pull up a famous Lucky quote. Why you feel this way about me? I'm only my mama's son. You know what I'm saying? But listen, this is where the pride gets stroked and his ego gets stroked, because all these people are giving you this external validation. That's why y'all gotta have people to keep you grounded in reality, bro. Because comments like this will make you feel like you the dime data. You like some extraterrestrial nigga, but when you ain't nothing but a loser that sits in his mama basement or your apartment or whatever you do. These comments, like, people give you all this external validation from all these random people is really bad for your mental health, bro. If you really think about it, this is why niggas need to get humble constantly. Like, niggas, sometimes a nigga need to just get punched in the chest by a random pedestrian someday, be like, you's a bitch, and just keep going. Niggas say, why is that an extreme you go? I'm just saying, that's just a way some things go, you know?
He was on track to become one of the legendary figures of online gaming, right alongside the likes of Jacksepticeye and Markiplier.
Okay.
But then 2025 rolled around, and a single live stream nearly shattered the trust and support Thor had spent years building.
Well, did he say a slur or something? Like, okay, can we make an assumption, y'all? I feel like it's a slur or misogyny. When nah. Lose a little bit of his women audience, but I don't think that's going. He had to say something, like he had to leak like he had to leak something crazy. What the fuck was he, like, stealing funds from nigga, or was something with kids?
I didn't play well. Other people in the group didn't play well. They pinned it on me. That's it. There was one of the players that was very vocal about saying it was all my fault, and then the rest of the community rallied around it. And now it's become a content play for people to pick at me, and that's kind of it.
It all started on January 12th, 2025, when Thor...
Always in January. It's like a couple days after my birthday too. What the fuck is when I turned 22?
Decided to stream a hardcore World of Warcraft raid with other streamers and veteran players.
Okay.
At one point during the raid, the situation became dire.
This is over a video game? Oh my god.
And instead of helping his teammates in any way, Thor decided to run away. This resulted in 2 other players' characters dying, which, for those of you who aren't familiar with World of Warcraft...
Okay, thank you. I'm sitting over here like, okay, niggas mad at him for leaving on a game and trolling?
Hardcore. This means that those characters were now lost forever. The players would...
Have you ever played that shooting game? It's like, you play, bro, it's like, I get it. You work so hard to boost up this character, and then a character die after a nigga running. But I'm kind of on the nigga pirate side, because, bro, I don't want to lose on my shit. And if y'all niggas is too far gone, yeah, I helped. Yikes, you know?
Would have to grind the game for weeks to get back to the same level again. But rather than admitting fault or even showing remorse, Thor decided to be arrogant about it and put all the blame on others.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie, bro. It's certain. This is like team. Like, if I get it. Even if this nigga pirate don't feel bad, it's better to apologize at something like this. Like, bro, that's what my mom always told me. Like, especially when you're trying to maintain personalities, if you're doing something in, like, a team aspects, my nigga. Sometimes you gotta be like, yeah, my bad, gang. My bad. It won't happen again, y'all. I was tripping. My fault, y'all. I was dead ass wilding, bro. And I said I was sorry. You know? But he probably, this is the hill he probably died on. That niggas didn't really fuck with.
Just you're angry right now. Of course I
Don't be angry.
You overpulled 2 packs. You overpulled 2 packs and a boss. I had 1,400 mana left. I had to spend all of that mana to try and put it on Blizzard to save you guys in the first place. Okay. And nothing left. You weren't paying attention to party resources. You overpulled, and you weren't paying attention to where the boss was. That's not on me.
This showed the egotistical side of Thor that, admittedly, was already present in his content.
Was like, are those things true? That's my argument for Thor. Like, were those things factual, or was he just making up shit? Because I ain't gonna lie, and sometimes when I'm wrong, I will lie about some shit. If niggas ain't push me on it, I'm gonna keep lying about it. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. In several situations where I've lied and said, "Nigga, oh, you want me to show you?" Nigga said, and I'm hoping they don't ask to let me see it because I'm just lying. That's just like a tool for me to use when I lie, to be like I'm telling the truth more.
It's shit. Not only do I not want to back this, I'm going to actively tell people not to. That is awful. That is a horrible goddamn direction.
But his fans didn't pay much attention to it, since till this point, Thor was seen as a passionate, talented...
I ain't gonna lie, as a fan, I wouldn't make a nigga. Yeah, I'm like, that wouldn't make me. I'm thinking he did something horrible. Like, he just... Nigga just did bad in the game and refused to apologize, okay?
Developer who genuinely cared about the gaming community, so his occasional cockiness was written off as confidence rather than a red flag. However, even after getting called out by other
But a nigga pop his collar, ain't nothing wrong with a nigga popping his collar.
streamers,
What the hell, man? Why not just apologize?
Like I said, huge pirate fan, love the content. This is not the look.
Thor did not budge, and
So basically everybody, I ain't gonna lie, when your peers is like, bro, all you gotta do is say sorry, it be cool. You feel me? It do get iffy. Cause listen, you don't want to get in the Bruce drop 'em off situation when you got your chat boosting you to do shit that you don't really want to do, or have you do shit that is not even in your character, or boosting your battery, putting the battery in your back to like convince that you better than other niggas when the interpersonal relationships you build with all these other content creators will like have a more fulfilling career instead of a bunch of niggas in your chat. I get it. And that's not me. That's not niggas saying they're not grateful for niggas in the chat. But like, bro, these are basically your coworkers that you're working with, and you got a bunch of random niggas you don't know from a can of paint boosting you up. They're helping you, but like, you know, the people in the ecosystem you're working with, you should like try to prioritize the relationships with them. You know, especially like good work relationships if y'all niggas are like not doing nothing wrong together.
even doubled down.
Wants me to sit down, grovel on my knees and be like, "I'm so sorry, Mr. Yamato. It was all my fault, the mage. I won't do it again. I'm so sorry that tank overpulled 2 packs and a boss. Oh man, oh god. Next time I'll save you from the big mean 2 packs and a boss that tank pulled. Like, are you kidding me, dude?"
This incident put his behavior into a completely different light. While this controversy faded away in a few weeks, it formed the first crack in Thor's impeccable online reputation, and it's only been downhill from there. But to fully understand the controversy that's killing Thor's career, we have to go back in time to the end of 2020.
I love these edits. I want to know what he's using. Is he using Photoshop, like Final Cut Pro? Like
3. On December 14th, 2023, Ubisoft announced that it would be shutting down the servers for its multiplayer racing game called The Crew in April of 2024. However, unlike many other multiplayer games where an internet connection is only needed for playing against others online, The Crew required players to be online at all times. In other words, Ubisoft shutting down the servers meant that players would no longer be able to access the game they paid for. This also meant losing access to the game's single-player campaign, which should have been fully offline. This sparked intense online backlash as players felt.
Oh, so a game niggas pay for, dude, like, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy. Like, a game I pay for, niggas shitting on the servers. I can't even play single player for myself. Not even the fact like it's not even the fact that I want to play the game, nigga. I pay for it. It's my game now. You know what I'm saying? And it's the fact, like, what? I can't even do that. Like, that's crazy. Niggas can't even play single player.
Like they were being robbed of the game they paid for with their hard-earned money. What made the situation even worse was that this wasn't the first game to shut down like this, and it was clear it wouldn't be the last. So to fight back against greedy publishers, Ross from Accursed Farms...
Yeah, that's basically, you niggas pay for a game, that's like a waste of money. The fuck, nigga, like, bro, what?
...spent months creating a potential solution.
But now we have a new option, proposing new...
This nigga like he used to bite people when he was younger.
...law, and for the entire European Union. It took months to get put together and processed, but now we have a European Citizens Initiative devoted to halting the destruction of video games.
I look like a
you can read it yourself. This would require publishers to leave games they have sold to customers in a working state at the time of shutdown, without requiring any further connection to them or affiliated parties for the games to function.
This solution took the form of a petition, which, unlike the largely useless Change.org petitions, had actual legal weight. If this petition reached 1 million signatures, lawmakers in the EU were legally required to discuss the matter in an official setting. And if passed, this new law would require game makers to ensure that their games are still playable after they stop supporting them.
Yeah, I'd be dead. damned. Yeah, I'll be damned. Yeah, if I pay for a game and after a while, nigga, like I can't even play the single player game. It's the game not working after I pay for it. Like, what the fuck? Like, nah, that's retarded. Like, nah, that shit would piss me off, bro. Cause God forbid, like, what if it 30 years down the line, my son is like, "Dad, what's this game?" You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Oh, that's the crew, nigga. You want to play that shit? We can boot it up on our next gen console from space." You know.
We're just trying to stop games from being destroyed. That's it. So we're taking as narrow an approach as possible that still solves the problem. If we get enough signatures, then this goes before the European Union to be considered as new law.
This would be a net positive outcome for gamers around the world. Unfortunately,
that just seems like feasible. Like, you pay for a product. That's like a nigga, you paying for a shit and a nigga be like, "Oh, we're gonna turn that shit off, nigga, give it back to us." Nigga, I paid for it. No, nigga, fuck you.
this initiative had one major weakness right from the get-go, and that was Ross's reach. You see, his subscriber count was just a third of the number of signatures needed to make this a success. And since he's based in the US, most of these subs weren't eligible EU citizens either. So to counteract this weakness, Ross called out other creators and asked them to spread the word about this initiative. He even made himself available for any interviews or follow-up discussions.
If you're watching this, you may be a critical link in all this. Because you can tell other YouTubers, streamers, etc. about this initiative, and maybe they'll pick it up. Now, I'm offering myself for interviews, publicity on this issue, whatever, to almost anyone with a European audience of some size.
And that's where Thor entered the picture. He came across the Stop Killing Games initiative in August of 2024. Now, given his history of speaking in favor of the gamers and developers, and against greedy publishers, people naturally expected him to throw his full support behind the campaign. However, this couldn't have been further from the truth.
Now, this is actually really dumb. It's used car salesman garbage. This is it. Not only do I not want to back this, I'm going to actively tell people not to.
Not only did he dislike the idea.
What, my nigga? What? That don't make no sense. Like isn't, like he said in the beginning, the nigga's the developer. He should be all in favor for, like, you, the indie developers. We wouldn't have Undertale. Niggas wouldn't have, what else? We wouldn't have Five Nights at Freddy's. We wouldn't have, what's another, Happy Wheels, bro. Like, those are, like, critical, like, parts of my childhood and my life, right? And God forbid, niggas put them out, niggas paid for the games. I mean, the first games, they were free. But, like, the games niggas paid for, right? They had them. And just imagine, the creators of those shit, the games that started out free was like, "Oh, nah, we taking them back. We just gonna shut them down." You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go to your house and confiscate it. Nigga, what? We paid for it. Not even a refund? Shit, I ain't gonna lie. I wouldn't even want the refund back because I paid for the game. Nigga, you make indie games, bro. You supposed to empower the people who's playing it. Like, bro, but you're gonna side with the corporation and company, bro? Like, nah, bro. That's where niggas lose me. I lose sympathy for corporations and companies because corporations and companies just see you as a number, bro. Like,
Year of Stop Killing Games, his choice of words was harsh to say the least.
That is awful. That is a horrible gut direction. That's awful, dude. Now, eat my entire head. The level of stupid that I just had
why is he so mad?
to receive was like sitting on Twitter for 12 hours. This sucks.
That's what I'll do.
That's a really stupid move. That's incredibly stupid.
Can he explain why is it stupid? Like,
I think this is complete garbage. All of this can eat then.
can he explain why he's like, it's stupid?
I dropped the mask entirely. I have no qualms about that. They can eat my entire...
This was a shock to many of his viewers, so Thor published 2 full videos to clarify his point of view further. And while these videos saw plenty of pushback from fans who were flabbergasted by his decision to oppose what they saw as something good, it ultimately resulted in the Stop Killing Games movement receiving significantly less support than it would have if Thor supported it as well. You have to remember that this was all before the World of Warcraft hardcore fiasco. Back then, the broader gaming community still viewed Thor as a beacon of insight and authority in game development. Ross tried to combat the negative reception by publishing a FAQ video to clear any misconceptions about Stop Killing Games. Unfortunately, this wasn't as effective as he would have liked, resulting in Stop Killing Games losing all momentum and essentially becoming dead on arrival. Is 2025, and turning an idea into an online business needs to be lightning fast. So Oder's...
That nigga look like Dash from The Incredibles.
E-commerce tool gets a store live and profitable in minutes.
Okay.
Big thanks to Odoo for sponsoring this video. Odoo is an all-in-one management platform that gives entrepreneurs everything they need, from invoicing and accounting to inventory,
Listen. We react to these niggas' videos. The least we can do is watch their ads.
project management, website creation, and more. With
Copy.
Odoo's e-commerce builder, you can launch an online store fast. The built-in configurator asks a few questions, then an AI drafts your entire site, menus, and product catalog skeleton.
AI.
After that, you just drag and drop content blocks, tweak fonts and colors, and
Shit get with AI get a little scary, bro. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like that Will Smith with I Am Robots, bro. Shit. Will Smith's been in a lot of movies with I Am Legend, I Am Robot, Hancock. Nigga said there's no I in Hancock. There's a cock in Hancock.
your storefront is ready. Adding products is just as smooth. Create an item, drop a name and price, then dress it up with images, descriptions, and any layout you like. Need variants or bundles? One click and they appear. Setup is equally simple. Enter your VAT number, bank account, and invoice template, choose shipping methods and payment providers, hit save, and your store is officially open
That
for
nigga
business.
cutting up on that script, nigga. I read the script before. I be stuttering like a motherfucker. You know how many cuts I would have had? This nigga, he
Here's
trying.
the best part. Your first Odoo app is free for life, including unlimited hosting, support, and even a custom domain for a year.
I love
Since
his
Odoo's
background.
website and invoicing apps connect automatically, you can run your entire online store without paying a cent until you scale. And extra apps start from just $24.90 USD per user per month. Ready to turn that idea into revenue? Click the link below and launch your e-commerce store with Odoo today. That being said, let's get back into the video. For the next 10 months, it looked like, despite Ross's good intentions, his initiative was doomed to fail spectacularly. But then, he did something that no one saw coming. On June 22nd, 2025, Ross uploaded an hour-long video titled "The End of Stop Killing Games," talking about the disappointing state of the petition.
The European Citizens Initiative failing kind of stings. Again, this one is crazy powerful, but the hurdle we just couldn't get past was that it requires 1 million signatures from citizens of EU countries. And we've only made it just under halfway.
And after thanking many of the creators that voiced their support for their campaign, he shifted his focus
Okay. He got a lot of big creators to do it.
towards the elephant in the room, the one creator whose coverage was straight up poisonous for the initiative, Thor.
This video came out right as we were building momentum. Then, except for one boost in Germany, the signatures started drying up like clockwork.
Ross also revealed why he didn't make a direct response to Thor until now.
This put me in kind of a no-win scenario, too. Because if I ignored it, then a lot of people were going to get misinformed about the campaign. But if I did a response video, which is not something I wanted to do anyway, then it might look like drama farming, which could understandably turn off a lot of people from the campaign.
I like the way he think. He thinking that he just wanted to bring like attention to the initiative. Nigga like me, I crash out. I'm not thinking about all this. Like nigga, fuck you, Thor. You's a bitch. Yeah, I would crash out and your mama. Nigga, fuck your mama. Like fuck her too.
It's not about that at all. So
I'm not saying fuck Thor's mom. I'm just saying what I would say in this situation if I was this young man right here.
quickly made this video trying to clear up all misconceptions and concerns about the initiative with timestamps for everyone's questions, hoping the truth would eventually come out. I can see now that was a mistake. I should have just embraced the drama.
Yeah,
At
crash
this
out.
point, Stop Killing Games was already on track to be a failure,
Boy,
so
crash
this
out.
video was one last push from Ross to make a difference. Surprisingly, this worked better than anyone could have ever expected,
Okay.
and one big reason for that was what Ross revealed about Thor, because, as it turned out, Thor misunderstood and misrepresented the whole thing.
If you try to tell me that every studio needs to run their live service game indefinitely or not want to run one at all, then no one's going to run them.
Oh no! He wheeled out that line about publishers having to support the game forever. He was literally watching the video earlier where it says it won't do that in big letters. That wasn't enough. We just can't stop gamers from going there, even when we spell it out.
And Ross was having none of it.
This part hurts. To see the biggest voice on this issue get it wrong again and again and again, then put that same wrong information on blast to a far bigger audience than we can reach. It hurts. He doesn't get it. He
Nigga said you loud and wrong. Nigga, shut up.
doesn't understand what we're asking for.
He even called out the clear contradiction Thor made in his own argument just seconds apart.
I think live service games getting sunsetted is fine. I've always thought that. And that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I have no problems with the end of a video game.
See, I wish he started his big YouTube video with that message instead of deleting it. Instead, he presented himself as pro-preservation and not wanting the medium to die out.
It's incredibly important to me that we keep making games and that the next generation has the tools to do so that our medium doesn't die out.
Yeah, yeah, that is a contradiction, because I ain't gonna lie, there's kids in this world that's gonna experience Saints Row. Like, Saints Row is one of my favorite games ever. People's like the franchise and shit. I love it. I love Saints Row. My name's Ty the Saint, not because of Saints Row, but it's a good coincidence. I want a little nigga to have the experience of playing Saints Row again. I want niggas to have the experience of playing GTA 6 again. Or not GTA 6, GTA 5, all the GTA, whatever you got the right. If you want to play an old game, it's out there. You can go get it because the servers are up or things of that nature, right? If these companies are allowed to take these games away from them, or like, let's say I have a son and I have like my favorite game. One of my favorite games is the Force Awakening. Force Awakenings on the Wii. If I want to play with my son or my daughter, they want to play Force Awakening, but like they took them down. I'm like, damn, you just had to be there. Instead of me having a moment with them when they're playing it and they're like, this is not as fun there, this shit is kind of ass, you're like, you just don't get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when you having an unk moment and you looking at your kid play the game, when you playing our Dance Central, Just Dance, bro, like, I get it, bro. I totally get it, bro.
And it never will. And that's the whole intention of all of this.
So he doesn't want games to die out, except he's fine with that. I think there's some cognitive dissonance going on there.
This video
You just called him retarded. You know, that's a nice way of calling a nigga, are you dumb? like, that's a nice way of looking at a nigga dead in his face and be like, are you stupid? Like, bro, come on. Like, are you dumb?
showed that Thor's distaste for the Stop Killing Games initiative is based on complete misinterpretations, which in turn called his credibility as an experienced and knowledgeable developer in question. However, before Thor had even a chance to respond, Ross's new video reached the one man who could bring this issue to a mainstream audience, Charlie.
And there is an initiative.
Of course. The short Keanu Reeves himself who wrestles, bro.
That has been aiming to fight back against a lot of these practices that I think really need some big overhaul. Stop destroying things that people have paid money to own. I think that is a very understandable, very reasonable take, very agreeable.
And he called out Thor's incorrect interpretation of the initiative as well.
He didn't even get the Cliff Notes summary right. He missed all the QTEs and got the bad ending on understanding the initiative from the jump here. Ross is correct. This has nothing to do with just single-player only games that require an online connection, that when the online connection is severed, you lose access to the game. Like, yeah, that is included in all of this, but that's not like what the whole movement is about. And for some reason, Pirate Software is stun-locked on that, like fixated, as if that is the actual like meat and potatoes of Stop Killing Games. They need to be more specific in their language about it being single player, always on.
But I ain't gonna lie, in Pirate Software defense, bro, I be having arguments with niggas, and I realize halfway through the argument I'm wrong. You just gotta argue for the sake of arguing. But listen, he's in a space where the court of public opinion means everything, because he's a public figure, and it takes people to. It's like people make your job as a content creator. The people giving you views and things of that nature. Like, I get it, you know, but it's like, there's several instances of this nigga dying on his heel for no reason, and like he said, the cracks in his armor of him being as smart as he says he is not as showing. Like it, like, you know what I'm saying? It's just. How do I, like, the chinks in his armor of him, like, the way niggas view him as this really smart nigga, now niggas is like, this nigga ain't that smart after all. It's basically like when you're younger, you know, and you're looking at your parents, you thinking, like, they know everything. You realize these niggas just don't know as much as you. They just winging it, you feel me? Basically. But in his case, it's like, y'all ever see the Shia LaBeouf movie? When that nigga realized his dad was just an asshole, bro. That movie hit hard, bro. I was like, I felt bad for that nigga. I don't know why that came up.
Connectivity games.
They was living in the most.
That's just not what it's about. Like, they're not being specific about that. because that is not what they are specifically targeting.
This video from Charlie was a godsend for Stop Killing Games, as it exposed the idea to over 3.4 million people. More importantly,
That nigga posted a video, it was just anything.
it highlighted Thor's flawed take and the damage it did to an otherwise positive movement. Following Charlie's video, several other creators also came forwards with their support for the initiative, including Jacksepticeye, The Act Man, PewDiePie, and many more. The story was also picked up by
That nigga PewDiePie got a family, bro. That nigga said, I ain't not making no video. I'm tweeting, nigga. Yo, that nigga, bro, he really was the most subscribed nigga on YouTube, bro. That's so crazy to me.
commentary YouTubers, resulting in Thor once again receiving pushback for his opposition of Stop Killing Games. But unlike last time, where it sort of fizzled out within weeks, the backlash wasn't showing any
What is with these internet niggas and growing their hair long? You know, I like it though.
signs of slowing down. He started losing subscribers and followers across all platforms, and everything he did online got flooded with dislikes and angry comments. Like, essentially, you will own nothing and be happy. I reject that. Achievement unlocked, being wrong on all levels. Many of these commenters were even his own loyal fans, who now saw him as a corporate shill more than a genuinely
Can you imagine being a random nigga just watching this video, you see your comment, hey, I said that. I called him that.
well-intentioned developer. As a casual follower ever since the beta release of Heartbound, this is extremely disappointing to watch. The backlash was so overwhelming that it seemed like nothing he said could soften the blow or calm the outrage. However, that's not true. He still had a chance to retain some of the trust his viewers had put in him. All he had to
This nigga built like a lesbian. What the fuck? I could have sworn I seen a stud like him, bruh. Oh my god.
do was admit fault, apologize, and support the Stop Killing Games initiative. But knowing Thor, that was never going to happen. Just as he did after the hardcore World of Warcraft incident, Thor decided to double down here as well and stick to his stance, regardless of how wrong he was, stating, "For those that will scream his doubling down, yes, I well am.
Wow.
I give
I ain't gonna lie, bro. Damn, yo. Nah, I ain't gonna lie, it takes a man to apologize, man. Like,
about this initiative and what it means for games, developers, and players in the future." Near the end of this tweet, he also stated, "Just because I don't support this doesn't mean you should blindly follow me in that. Just because I said pretty words on the internet."
like, bro, and listen. Bro, niggas act like, bro, his whole shtick was, you know, this is a little pushback on him. His whole shtick was being about the smart developer that gives people advice and coding and things of that nature, right? Bro, you like, this makes me like, I hate when niggas act like they don't have sway over their audience to do something, right? Like, him having a stark stance and having such a visceral reaction, because niggas see he was like, fuck no, that's fucking shit. Like, him having that sort of reaction to like the Stop Killing Games movement. You think your audience wasn't gonna have that same reaction because your audience reflects you. People be like, no, your audience doesn't reflect you. I'm not a god, bro. You can lead your audience. It's the same argument with Aiden Ross. Aiden Ross acts like, oh, I can't control my community. Yes, you can, my nigga. You allow shit and you let these niggas run rampant and do whatever they want for the longest, so they think everything's okay. So they're doxing and swatting niggas left and right, bro. Stop it, boy. Boy, slow down, bro. Relax, bro. Stop doing all that bullshit, bro. You are the captain of this ship, and a few bad apples can get out, but as long as you weed out the weird niggas or make sure the weird niggas are punished, everybody else is gonna fall in line because you're the streamer. They're watching for you for a reason, my nigga. Everybody admires you. Everybody's watching you for a reason. You're the one. It's your name on. You name this shit. You started all this shit by yourself, my nigga. Or you got people to follow you. But come on, gang. Like, what are we talking about?
You also shouldn't blindly bash me because some other creators said to. Watch the videos I put out, read the initiative, decide for yourself, apply critical thinking, and don't outsource it to others.
Nigga said, I'm not your god.
Completely disregarding the responsibility he had as a creator that
that's what I'm saying. Oh my god, I'm so trim. Like, oh my god.
Millions looked up to at one point. Not to mention, this also went against what he said in his initial reaction.
This is... It's... Not only do I not want to back this, I'm going to actively tell people not
Like,
to.
bro, he had such a he had such a visceral reaction and shit. Like, bro, what the fuck did he do to you?
This attitude only angered the internet more, forcing him to step away from off-brand games, the game studio Ludwig founded with his friends. However, Thor couldn't help but turn this into a source of embarrassment as well. You see, he announced his leave in a tweet, reading, "I'm no longer working at off-brand games. People were attacking all of the games we were publishing and trying to mass review bomb them. You can dislike the things I say, but this kind of behavior is unhinged." But when people checked the games published by off-brand games, they didn't find a noticeable uptick in negative reviews.
Damn. I ain't gonna lie, bro. Niggas just got, bro. He just stop talking, bro. He a nigga that always got to get the last word. I'm one of them niggas sometimes too, but bro, it's just like, bro, just bro, stop, relax, like, give it up, big bro, like.
In other words, Thor straight up lied about his reasoning for leaving the studio. He could have simply been honest and admitted that he was stepping away to prevent any backlash from hitting the studio, which had nothing to do with his personal
This nigga ain't flying too close to the sun, Icarus.
opinions.
But will you smile falling down because you flew? Because at the end, Icarus flew too close to the sun. But listen, he fell because he like, damn, and loose I flew.
His ego wouldn't let him. Instead, he chose to lie and ended up getting caught red-handed. That said, all the hate towards Thor did have the positive effect of making the Stop Killing Games movement go viral. This has resulted in
I was thinking about that like all this shit happened and then probably would do like traction for a nigga for the games.
not only reaching its goal within days, but shooting past it with over 200,000 more at the time of writing. Thor, however, still cannot admit defeat. After the petition reached its goal, he made a tweet that contained a mixture of denial and boasting at the same time, stating, "The most interesting narrative is that my video somehow killed the initiative. This graph showed that the initiative already had a downward trend in interest when my videos dropped."
I ain't gonna lie, bro. This nigga keep going like, goddamn. I ain't gonna lie, this nigga gotta be right. Bro, I ain't gonna lie. Have y'all ever argued with a nigga that gotta be right? What, boy? You got it, bro. That's all you gotta say to them niggas, bro. You got it, bro. Like, bro, I really tried to argue with a nigga named my homie JCM. He trying to be like, he said, you get it. Let's just say you don't have the right amount of information for a topic, and the nigga like uses that and tricks you. And the nigga Jay said that's your fault for getting tricked. Okay, I was like, all right, bro.
My videos do not seem to have had any impact on the movement at all. Making me the villain did though. Best of luck with your next steps. And as expected from him at this point, he was completely wrong once again. The graph he shared showed the lifetime signatures for the petition. If we zoom into the first 2 months instead, we can clearly see the momentum fall off a cliff the second Thor reacted to Stop Killing Games on his stream. As for his line,
this nigga tweeted this shit just wrong, bro. Like, goddamn, bro, loud and wrong.
and about becoming the quote villain, Charlie had some necessary feedback on that.
I cannot believe his ego. His ego is so out of control, I feel like he's only a week or two away from exclusively referring to himself in third person, like Stone Cold fucking Steve Austin. And that's the truth, cause Pirate Software said so. Something like that. It's crazy how he's responded.
I ain't gonna lie, this is like I said in the beginning, this is why you need real people in your life to ground you. Because if I'm walling out right there, I ain't gonna lie, somebody in my family, if I'm this famous, right, or this online, you know what I mean, it's only so much you can hide. Somebody would have like done some research and be like, nigga, you wrong. Either my little cousin, who's 13, he would have been like, hey yo nigga, he would have called me like, yeah, you're wrong. I was like, god damn, JJ, like, fuck. You know, and I was like, ah, yeah, you're right. Because my mom got a real job. Like, she not going to really just do that.
The smugness is nails on a chalkboard. It just makes you feel icky listening to it.
Even when he's trying to back down, he can't help but create more drama.
I have been called a zoo, corporate plant, degenerate, narcissist, nepo baby, and many other names. And they attacked all the accomplishments over my life, despite physical evidence to prove to the contrary.
And in Pirate Software's defense, when everybody's attacking you, you're going to be like, you're going to try to act unbothered. Not only you're going to try to act unbothered, you're going to try to like give that fuck you back, you know? Because whatever you get out in the world, you're going to give back. And you don't want to look weak in the situation as a man or like as a person in general. Like I said, act unbothered. It's just, man, this nigga just got to just come down from his high horse and be like, y'all, my bad, bro.
contrary. And they also went after every job I ever held, trying to say that I never worked them, or if I did work them, that I never deserved them. So I'm going to be honest with you. I hope that your initiative gets everything you asked for, but nothing you wanted.
Effectively saying that what Stop Killing Games is asking for is not what gamers want, and somehow he's the only one who knows this. Which makes sense when you consider the fact that even Dr. K, a trained psychologist, recognized Thor as a highly arrogant person.
If a nigga a psychologist, like, bro, nigga, slow down. Like, bro, you get psychoanalyzed by a nigga whose job to do it. And I seen Dr. K. He's not like, you know, there's like a stigma of psychologists to like always, oh, I'm smarter than I'm trying to psychoanalyze you all the time. Dr. K is like, he's just trying to be like, have a conversation, and then he asks you questions that slowly ease you into the whatever's happening. And he's like, bro, if this nigga's like, bro, you're very arrogant, my nigga. Like, you're an asshole. Like, what the fuck? Like,
I think sometimes the things that I talk about in regards to those types of things is misconstrued as arrogance or boasting, when in reality, I'm just trying to give context.
So that is the problem right there. So I want you to listen to this phrase.
Sure.
This gets misconstrued as arrogance, but in reality, it's this.
Yeah.
That is the most arrogant statement on the planet, bro. Like, tell me I'm wrong.
Okay.
it is. I ain't gonna lie, a nigga like me, he is trying to fit in his reality. You know what I'm saying? Because everybody's reality is different, but I see what he's saying.
I don't see it that way, but all right.
At the end of the day, Thor is simply too far gone. He had months to set things right, but he didn't, because in his mind, he could never be wrong. Now, that egotistical viewpoint has become the reason for his disastrous yet deserved downfall, leaving him with two options for the future. He can still admit that he was wrong and apologize. This wouldn't stop the backlash anytime soon, but some people will recognize his attempt to correct his mistake and start supporting him again, allowing him to eventually build a solid fan base once again. Or he can continue down the path he's already going, stay firm on his stance, and eventually turn into the perpetual lolcow of the internet, where the only time someone remembers him is to make fun of him. Of course, he could also try to make a comeback in the future and fail miserably, just like the Liver King. Click the video on screen to find out more.
Good. Hey, shout out the video. Great video. But I just feel about this nigga, bro. Listen, y'all. I feel like once you become a lolcow, this is a term I just found out about. It's like basically you're just you're just like a person niggas troll. Usually you're like autistic. They do it to autistic niggas or pedophiles, right? But I want niggas to understand, bro, when niggas, it's like there's some truth in everything, bro. When niggas, I think about it in the NBA like stance. Like in the NBA, niggas, it's like there's a holes to your game. They're telling you what you can work on your game. He can't use his left hand. He can't shoot floaters. Learn how to shoot floaters. You know what I'm saying? Only thing you can't really change is like your height and like your athleticism. But like they're gonna tell you what you need to work on, right? And there's some truth in every joke, my nigga. If everybody on the internet is talking shit about you, it may be unwarranted, but you have to have some critical thinking and be like, okay, you got to sift out the people who are just hating on you for the sake of hate, and the people who are just hating on you because it's valid, you know? And that's what I've learned. Shout out Papa Gut. That was a Papa Gut take. Like, that was all Papa Gut. Shout out Papa Gut. And I'm trying to like, and I get that. That's what I try to do. Now, I mean, I haven't been hating on masks, like, but I've said things that a group of people like I was fucked up for that, and I really thought about it, you know? Not because they made me feel bad, it's just because I'm trying to not get better, but like understand what I did wrong in the situation, you know? But hey, man, and that could be arrogant right there when I said, oh, not because it made me feel bad, but like, I don't know. But hey, man, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, show support to the original video. It's been your boy Ty the Saints.
Stop selling them phones that's wired to the federal government.